have no idea what the marble nest is about. You are Daniel Dankowski, a bachelor of medicine and fighter of death. You have one last chance to figure out the truth. What? Okay, so I am not Artemy Barak. I am apparently the bachelor dude. Okay, it's already way creepier than the So I have a cloak. I should use this. I have morphine and immunity boosters, but it looks like I'm infected. Will this even do anything to me? Oh boy. Hi.
I feel the mothballs.
You are a brave man, Doctor. I'm glad you finally mustered up the courage to do it, meaning it's probably time to say goodbye, right? Time to say goodbye? Why so soon? Well, you are going to die now. Death is waiting for you downstairs by the exit. I wonder if you'll manage to give it a proper answer this time. I'm a doctor. I've been fighting death my whole life, and I usually succeed. You are a great doctor, there's no denying that. A skilled fighter of death, the plague almost devoured this town, but you managed to protect the stone yard from the infection, creating an impenetrable citadel here. But take a peek outside and you'll see that people are still dying. Why do you reckon that is? My plans were disrupted by a freak accident. If only I could relive this bloody day. You made a mistake, fought the wrong enemy. What do I have to do to get through to you? You just want to exterminate death, yet you drag it behind you like a tethered bull. That's just not the right way. Yes, I want to exterminate death, and I'll do just that, rest assured. Farewell, Doctor. You were a good man, but your eyes were stitched shut. Go down now. Death is getting restless. Evil Saturday, foul Saturday. It's not over yet. I can turn it good still. Okay, so he's infected. Apparently he made it to where the Citadel couldn't get infected or something. Hi, hello. Alright, why is there a bull in here? Hi. I don't know if there's really a point to loot things, but... Oh, Jesus Christ. Maybe I should have talked to him. Oh, hello. Everything's done. I got a bit sleepy though. Sorry about that. Shall we proceed with the treatment, Doctor? What treatment? Who are we going to treat? Where's everyone? Don't give me that look, Doctor. And don't blame yourself. I think I know how we ended up like this. Your attention must have slipped today. You didn't put all the pieces together, failed to assemble the puzzle. Oh, the condescension. Perhaps you can also enlighten me as to where the source of the outbreak was. You told us yourself, don't you remember? Everything that transpired did so for a very good reason. The puzzle was almost solved, but some pieces must have slipped. Me, I don't even know what events you were referring to. It was your day after all, not mine. Evil Saturday, foul Saturday. A shame I can't live through it all again. I'd managed to uncover the pattern connecting all the thoughts, but oh well. Okay, do I need to just like... Where do I go now? So this is after the fact, like after everything happened. Which is kind of how the main game started. I mean, it's exactly like how the main game started. Ah, so it's true. You're giving up, resigned to die, thrown in the towel. The great Bachelor Dankovsky, a celebrity thanatologist, the scientist who has claimed to have defeated death itself, utterly failed, haven't you? What makes you think I've resigned to die? I trusted you, we all did. For as long as you lived, so did we. I know it firsthand. And now you've decided you've had enough and marched into the grave meekly, like a lamb to the slaughter. It must feel nice to find an easy way out. The easy way is shifting all the responsibility from your dumb heads to my shoulders. It all just slipped through your fingers. The disease infiltrated the stone yard today, but you didn't notice. Your type would never go through a back alley. Your routes are always the same, from the main street to the main square and back. Perhaps you weren't really looking. Perhaps you're in league with it. The epidemic began the day you arrived in town. I wonder if that's a coincidence. Get a grip. You're a quitter and a disgrace. Oop. Am I supposed to fight him? Okay. I don't know what good that did. This is it, Doctor. You fought valiantly, but you've lost. A foe like me is no match for men, and you are no exception. So are you ready to die? No, this is not what I intend to do. So you didn't understand anything, stubborn man. You've done more than is humanly possible. You've cordoned off the safe part of town, but it was all in vain. I'm here already. I don't believe you. This is all a dream, a nightmare. A prophetic dream, Bachelor, such is the nature of the plague. The town seems clean and calm in the morning, but somewhere in the depths of a nondescript house a carrier is already lurking. Come noon, fleas appear in hordes, transmitting the sickness. So do rats. By the evening, the whole town is in agony. You've seen this many times already. So are you ready to die? No, don't even try. Soon I'll wake up and you'll be gone. No, you may not see me at once, but that doesn't mean I won't be there. I'm telling you, I'm already part of the town. Please understand that resistance is pointless. You need to come to terms with my existence and accept me. Like you accept the law of gravity. I am Earth. We are of the same nature. Are you ready to die, Bachelor? No, fighting death is my job. You've been studying death all your life, yet the understanding of its nature still eludes you. Like a child, you're squeezing your eyes shut to hide from the monster. No, I'm not. If you are truly already here, then hide all you want. Here I come. As you wish. In that case, go and see for yourself. Begone, plague, out of my way. Okay, so now I can leave. I think now I'm probably gonna like wake up and it's gonna be morning. Yep.
Rough as Dutch, safe to touch. Smooth as bone, leave it alone.
And as far as I know, this DLC, while it does correspond with the main game, it's a story all on its own. Doctor, wake up, a bad thing happened. I know, the infection found its way here and its carrier must be around, perhaps walking the streets right now. Blackie's old man is ill, but it's not plague. I mean, not the sand thing. Will you cure him and not send beakheads after them? Whether it's the sand thing or not is for me to decide, but well done, lad, waking me up immediately. An hour of hesitation could have cost us the whole town's life. Also, the judge was here, demanded you be woken up. I stopped him. Didn't like how the old geezer looked at all. Nuts is how he looked, hands shaking and all. What do you mean stopped him? What if it was important? Are you out of your mind, lad? Do you appreciate what's at stake here? You look completely nuts, I'm telling you, and you look dead tired. The judge was here an hour ago or so anyway. Must be at his place now. It's next door. There's a carrier of the plague in town. I mean, perhaps. That's what my intuition tells me. Anyway, now is not the time to be flippant at all.
Well knows the
What were
king
you dragging
whose
about
meat
anyway?
it
You were
has eaten.
dreaming about. You were screaming as though devils were dragging you to hell by hooks. I dreamed that the plague has infiltrated this place, the stone yard. It talked to me and said, here I am. The birds are gathering around the marble nest, whatever that means. I see. Were the bulls in your dream? Just one, rather spine-chilling though. Why do you ask? Too bad. If you dream of a bull, that means the dream is prophetic, so it'll come true. Everybody knows this omen. You need to see Sabah. Well, that probably means a lot of important things are going to happen today, and with your kind help, my today started rather early. Too early, perhaps. Uh-huh. Oh, and one more thing. Don't give nuts to Shrew. Shrew... Why? I thought rodents like nuts. Because just don't. I'll consider it. Okay.
They can't touch our tower. I don't care if the grass doesn't grow. So long as the tower survives.
Man, that damn tower. The save game function. Don't know why that one's boarded up. Well, whatever. I was already in here. Well, even with it laying down, it still shows where the drawers exactly are. Oh, I'm glad I came up here. I don't know how fresh water, how difficult it's going to be to find, but... Okay. Grigory Gorky, number 6, here to oh, I remember him. He hated being an even number. Here to report to you, Doctor. Well? Generally, the coast is clear, sir. No signs of the plague. I'd say you've won. Congratulations are in order. As for us, we are leaving this part of the town. Our place is across the river. Still work to be done there. You're leaving nowhere. It's quite the opposite, actually. You're staying here to comb every suspicious nook and cranny. We've missed something. I know it. But most orderlies are gone for good. Some of them gone home even. Come now, Doctor. Your work is done. Take a look at yourself. I've seen happier corpses. You're overworked and deserve a rest. A good, long, peaceful rest. There's no rest for the wicked. I never dismissed the orderlies, so why are they gone? Do my words mean nothing? There's simply nothing left to do. The coast is clear. There are several orderlies who have not abandoned their duties. They're probably still out there guarding suspicious spots. They insist on staying unless you withdraw the orders personally, Doctor. Bootlickers, if you ask me. Subservient show-offs. Let them stay there. Report to me when I find them, then I'll check the suspicious spots myself. The rest of you deserve to be court-martialed. You keep that in mind, number 6. Why so tense, Doctor, if I may ask? Some whippersnappers just rushed past me. Was it he that disturbed you? No, it was another thing. No matter. No, off you go and start with the search. If you see anything suspicious, report to me immediately. Every hour counts. Okay, let's check the thoughts. Most orderlies have abandoned the stone yard. Only a few remain. The judge paid me a visit this night while I was asleep. There is a sick person in Neck 1. The sand plague has infiltrated the town. The source or the carrier must be around, but where? A boy named Sticky implores me not to give nuts to a girl named Shrew, not under any circumstances. Young crops will arise soon, Stoneflowers. You are a creature of the steep. Your camp is back behind the cathedral. Oh, you're a herb gatherer, aren't you? You Odongs have a special way with grass and herbs. I know that. Are you expecting a ripe harvest here? Special harvest. Marble flowers, granite flowers. Earth is breathing. Ripe harvest on its way. If anyone sees you, there's bound to be trouble. As far as I know, the locals aren't too fond of your kind. Not all Odongs have left for the steep. Well, apparently not. He's sitting right there. Okay. I'm gonna go to the judge first, I think. So Dankoski, did you find that thief of yours? What thief? This night, a disheveled man broke into Judge Kane's house, kicked up quite a racket. He begged the judge to hide him from you, pleaded for justice. Everyone assumes he stole something from you. So lovely of him to go straight to a judge after that. It's nice to see people of high moral values. I don't know what's going on. They say the quarantine has been lifted. Are we free now? Is it permitted to cross the river? Across the river equals to a better world these days, They say is half a lie. You shouldn't trust random rumors. The quarantine will only be lifted when I let it be lifted. You should tell this to your beak-headed orderlies then. They've abandoned their duties, meaning someone let them go. People expect the refugee shelters to be unlocked any moment now. They used to be our homes after all. Is it true? When will it happen? This came out of the blue. Let's see. The judge is actively sabotaging my efforts, and how is he actively sabotaging my efforts? As far as I know, all he did was try to wake me up. Oh. To go around. Now we burn the cathedral down, right? It's there you're heading, ain't it? To give the orders? No, we burn nothing down. We protect local architecture and execute arsonists. That's what we do. Got it? Well, I mean, you ordered everyone who so much as sniffled be dragged there, didn't you? Lock them up. Let them stew, didn't you? Stands to reason, I think. The only thing left to do is burn the place down and be done with the stinking sand pest. I ordered suspicious people there, not the sick. To be tended to, not locked up. And don't get me started on the rest of your ideas. Give you people an inch of rope. The folks and I saved some kerosene for you. Need it? No, go home and lock yourself in. Jesus Christ. The judge has lost his mind, Bachelor. He denies the obvious, claims that the epidemic is still here. Perhaps he's not as mad as you think. He went to warn you that he's relieving the quarantine, canceling your orders. He disbanded the soldiers, unlocked the cathedral, sent the orderlies away to the other side of the river. Master is a very kind man. What did you say? I want to hear it once again. Has your master truly gone mad? I know very little. The judge is a brilliant mind. Master used to be extremely shrewd and conscientious. Help him, doctor. Perhaps pills or leeches or an order. A bloodletting, maybe. Just let me in. I dropped by your place at dawn, Bachelor. Wanted to warn you of my plans. Your young assistant asked me not to disturb you. I judged that it was better to let you have some rest. The catastrophe has already struck, and you needed all the strength you could muster to face the trials of today. What have you done, Georgie? I erected every possible defense so diligently, and it is all ruined now, everything I worked to achieve. Quite so, for I am the judge, and as is commonly agreed upon, I boast a certain level of intelligence. It's plain to me that you are on the verge of shredding me into pieces. But still your wrath, as a great Athenian once said, strike if you will, but hear. I'm listening. You are a fanatic, Bachelor, a crusader. A whole life is a duel with death. I know, I've read your articles. Followed your progress in the capital. For many years you've been trying to eliminate the very phenomenon of death. You continued this war of yours in this town too, but I implore you to look at this problem from a different angle. An epidemic brings death. Let epidemiologists venerate new life forms. To me, it's a calamity, and I'm truly surprised that a ruler such as yourself doesn't share my opinion. A plague is just a type of death to you, but to me it's essentially an exam, and one must not run away from exams forever. Sooner or later one must take them. How about sharing your elaborate theory with the people lying in mass graves across the river? Oh wait, they won't be able to hear you. I have built this town, Bachelor. It's very unusual, you have to admit. This imponderable tower is its crowning achievement, and it was I who envisioned it like this. Surely you do not allow the thought that I do not care for it. This is my life's work. There's nothing in the world more dear to me. And yet you lifted the quarantine, exposing your creation. Would you put your own child on train tracks too, just to check? Because it's not entirely impossible it wouldn't survive? Towns are like people. Some are common and plain, content with their plainness. Others try to prevail over their nature, grow, reach for the sky. So you think the epidemic is a punishment for the attempt? This is an Old Testament logic. Don't jump to conclusions. This isn't a punishment. This is an exam. Can't you tell the difference? An exam can be passed, and then one can move forward. And yet your town has obviously failed it. Let us not jump to conclusions. Don't you care for the casualties? According to my statistics, some 15,000 people have died. Your compatriots, your followers. My heart aches for them. This is dreadfully cruel, but perhaps the thing we are trying to build can only be erected with the help of those you have passed it. The exam of death. Who has learned not to fight it like you do? Not to deny it, but rather master it? No, embed it into themselves. Use it. Humanity has learned to use the law of gravity, hasn't it? There is your proof. Just look out the window. There was a time when humans could not brave the sky, but that time has passed. You are truly, utterly mad.
You seem to have forgotten something very dear to you.
Okay. The judge claims that death is not the end, but rather a test waiting to be passed by every person. So there's one more in that. The local cathedral served as a refuge for those who showed suspicious signs. I should have gone. I'm gonna go back. People were evicted from their house from 3 houses yesterday. They must have left food behind. When is it going to be distributed? Evicted? How? Why? I don't know, but there may be goods inside, and those houses stand deserted anyway, so why won't they let us in? And where were the evicted people relocated, I wonder? It's not like there are spare houses in the stone yard. When we were trying to accommodate the refugees from across the river, people were packed like sardines. Some of them even had to sleep outside. I don't know, Doctor. It said the owners have gone back across the river. The whole ordeal is over, isn't it? Doesn't this mean our own guests will be evicted soon? No, it won't happen anytime soon. You'll have to be patient. Okay. So I'm gonna go and, because I know that I only have one day, I'm gonna go and do the person that's sick. I think I'm kind of supposed to do things in order as they pop up, like closest to me. Religious buildings often have thick walls. Why, I wonder? So that the Holy Spirit won't flutter out? So that worldly desires won't creep in. In any case, it works in your favor. Thick walls contain moans and screams effectively. This is why you ordered to drag everyone suspicious to the cathedral, isn't it? So that everything would seem fine from the outside? No, the people who show suspicious signs are taken to the cathedral because no one in the town attends the place. If I were you, I'd hurry up with the inspection. One day so many people will be mirrored up there in the walls they won't be able to hold. What would I do without your sagely advice? Okay. This DLC is supposed to be easier too. Am I in like the... oh. Don't mind me, just taking your money. It's not the sand pest. Don't tell him, beakheads. He'll get better, I know it. Is that your father? Stepfather, same thing. He brought me up, provided for me. When did he get sick? An hour ago or so. Dropped down and started beating and flopping like a fish, mouth open and all. I brought him water, but he couldn't tell it was me. Merely an hour, this is good news. Okay. The man is dead. Doesn't seem like the sand pest, but there's no harm in double checking. Better safe than sorry. The symptoms do not fit the horrible disease that's exterminated 2/3 of the town's population in a week. Judging by the preliminary analysis, the man died of a massive stroke. Your father didn't die of the sand plague. False alarm. He had a stroke. Relieved? An ordinary stroke. Yes, not everyone dies of the sand pest. Oh no, it all began someplace else. You've got the wrong address. Well, perhaps you could... Where's the boy? Where did you come from? Perhaps you could tell me the correct one. Oh, you thought you could catch me on the first try. That's quite an ego, Doctor. Ambition seems to be your middle name. You challenge death. You expect your fight to be the simple. You must be kidding. I'm almost offended. I've been fighting death for many years, and I usually succeed. Neither pox nor cholera nor sandpests kill people. All they do is reduce their lifetime. Yet the time of the world is yours to control. Who was the murderer? A sickness that let no second go to waste, or you who bothered not to hurry? I think it's the latter. I should have come here first, goddammit. It's alright, it's alright. There's still a chance to fix everything. Who are you talking to just now, Doc? To you, and I've got more to say. I know who you are. I'm an orderly, Doctor. Averly Gubar, number 11. These outfits, sir, make it hard to tell which one of us is which, but we're wearing them on your orders, sir. And they do help, thank you kindly. Good protection. Well, you're good at changing voice, I'll give you that. Are you feeling okay, Doctor, sir? You're kind of pale. Dark rings under the eyes present too. You must be overworked and exhausted. Your schedule is insane. You need to have a good long sleep, sir. Very long. There's no time to rest. I'm planning to examine this whole house. Do you have a master key? I do, sir. Here it is, sir. Please kindly note how fragile it is, sir. Only good to unlock a couple of doors. 3 maybe, then it breaks. Take care of the deceased. I kind of want to check out the doors upstairs. Why is this kitchen upstairs? I have questions. Okay then. The judge is seemingly the only person around who doesn't believe that the outbreak has been curbed. That's a good thing. Not the plague. The man died of a stroke. I need to go to the cathedral now. McCallGoba, number 2, reporting in. You know, no matter what they said, I couldn't believe you were done for, and right I was. Your vigilance is commendable, McCallGoba. Report the situation. Reporting in. The Dust District tells 1, there it is to the left with the smoky chimney, is harboring Aspity, a local quack. There's a rumor circulating that she's not susceptible to the sand pest and can cure it too. House 2 on the right, a suspicious group of children is ogling its windows. They're probably up to no good. This Aspity or Saba is quite a character. It's plainly obvious what type she will attract, the infected types. Nimble they are, swift like mice, won't be held back by any kind of barrier. You won't be able to stop them. I mean, look, they're already crowding her place. The mob was even larger at dawn. How long has she been here? She came last night. I mean, you sealed the stone yard, so there's no sand pest here, and consequently she has few pilgrims visiting. There's no demand for her services, but still it would be safer to get rid of her. She's looking for trouble. What's wrong with the children then? You said they're ogling the windows? The children are not getting enough spankings, that's what's wrong with them. They don't give a rat's arse about the adults, so you have surely noticed it's a clear sign wherever there are kids there's trouble. It's just the games they play, malicious games. I wouldn't be surprised to find out this whole outbreak was just a game of theirs too. Indeed, I don't like the sound of it. I'm not that fond of children in general, but I'll deal with the quack first. She needs to be taken away for everyone's good. So will medicine be delivered by you now? I need spirits. What medicines are you talking about, old man? I don't even have the resources to properly dress a scratch. So what of it? Wasn't it you who ordered the drugstore locked up? Us common folk are afraid to go there, never mind that it's on the outskirts. No meds in the headquarters, no meds in possession, and them soldier lads won't give us none. So how do we get better? Ain't God's way this. I never gave such an order. They're abusing their power. Thank you for voicing your concern. Jesus Christ. Vicious crowd has gathered outside one of the houses. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go over here. I came here before you, but you may go in first. I need to pluck up my courage. What's inside? Tonight, Aspity came here, Saba Otun, our mother and the mistress of dreams. And you're expecting this family reunion to go less than smoothly, I gather. Indeed, I dreamed of a frightening thing today. Only Aspity can tell dream truths from dream lies. What a curious coincidence. I also happened to dream of a rather frightening thing today. Thanks for letting me cut the queue. I will indeed have a chat with this individual.
Roots and blood.
Hello, Doctor. What did you dream of today? I dreamed that an outbreak would happen here today. The plague itself came to me wearing an orderly's outfit and gave me time until the evening. No matter, it sounds stupid when I say it out loud. I need a dream hook. Try to remember the mood, if only for a second. This is crucial. Then in your mind's eye, imagine a single detail that seemed pivotal to you. Just don't try to invent anything new. Remember it. Then I'll be able to see your dream as if it were mine. I remember you. You were there in my dream, telling me I failed to understand something. You're missing the point, Doctor, and I think you also tend to mix up death and plague, which are actually not the same. You mix up death, and death. But they are not the same. You can't even tell death from death. Not the same. How many different words did I use? 1. Are you telling me they all sounded different to you? The thing that came to you tonight was death, not death as you thought. It wants you to understand why it haunts you, and it won't take you in until you do. It's as simple as that. I see, so was I supposed to just accept everything and meekly go, belly up? No, if you agree to die without understanding, you will simply cease to exist. I doubt that would be of interest to you, and it'd definitely be pointless to your visitor, and it would never do anything unless it has a point. Death literally is a cessation of existence. I've been studying it all my life. I know what I'm talking about. This is precisely why it can't just take you in. You're blind. You don't know the first thing about it. Death is not the end. Not at all. Would you like me to prove it to you? You're a doctor. You'd easily see through my act. Watch me die properly. When it knocks, simply open the door. All right, let's take a look at your proof. Yeah, that's not creepy. See, there's nothing terrible about it. I died properly.
September's here.
What do you mean properly? I knew why it needed to happen. Never let this understanding slip my mind, not even for a second. Concentration and the ability to clear your mind of any secondary thoughts are crucial. That's all there's to it. And why did it need to happen? This time I did it because I needed to convince you that running away from death will get you nowhere. You won't win this way, you'll only make it worse. There's no need to hurry though, suicide only leads to void. It's not the right way to cross the threshold. How can it be worse? And if death is so painful, why hurry? Because there is fear swelling inside you, and fear won't help you understand how to die properly. Even without the understanding, you will still die, Bachelor. But it won't be true death. To the contrary, it will be complete absolute end. You will simply cease to be. It's not quite as unpleasant as eternal damnation, but still rather less than thrilling. No, I still don't believe you. This is all some kind of trick. I've seen the performance of a world-class magician in the capital. His spiel was roughly the same.
Picture is slowly coming together.
What the hell is that? The suspicious visitors of a house in the Dust District claim that they've come to see a dream teller. According to the dream teller, death can be proper or improper. She promised to teach me how to die properly. When one dies properly, they are greeted by something other than non-existence beyond the threshold. But how does one die properly? Yeah, now I need to go and see the children. Well, have you collected them? Collected what? The nuts. You promised to get us nuts. Promised? When? I've never seen you before. Oh god, it's true what they say. What can you expect from a hog but a grunt? Alright, whatever. You've never seen me before. I'll go with that. Kind Uncle Doctor, can you get me some nuts pretty please? I need them so badly. And actually so do you, even worse than me. I need it worse than you? You don't know what you're saying, young lady. Wrong. You need the keys, don't you? The keys to this house? I mean the one where everybody's dying? But unless you bring me nuts, you'll get no lockpicks. None at all. Got it? What? People are dying inside this house. What makes you think so? I don't want to talk about it. I'm scared. Let Sleepyhead tell you. I see. Now hand over the lockpicks. Do it. Or the keys. Or what have you. Let me say it again. We had a deal. You can go everywhere. I can't go anywhere. Thanks loads for that, right? That's why you get me nuts and I give you whatever you need in exchange, like lockpicks, handmade, rare, a super luxurious product if you ask me. Oh, no need to be shy, you can't go anywhere with a pocket full of rare, luxurious handmade lockpicks? Right, perhaps it would be safer for me to have them. Perhaps, but only in exchange for nuts. Got it already, trading one for one, right? I solemnly swear, heaven, sevens, now, and forvents. Good. They told me not to give her nuts. Shrew would trade nuts for lockpicks, which are the only way to get inside the suspicious house. Get better soon, Doctor, and I'm sorry for you. I'm fine, thank you. Your whole town, on the other hand, needs help direly. Okay. Shrew's got the keys, not me. I don't need to go in there anyway. One can catch him from over here just fine. What's in there? 2 solid masters are dying in there right now, Sisket and Lotman. Both have been over the river, so now they're done for. That's what you get for getting carried away. Anyway, I want to collect them into nuts. I'll listen to them before I go to sleep and they'll advise me. Let me check if I got everything right. What you're saying is there are 2 infected persons in that house, correct? Nah, they probably just cut themselves or something, but you won't get inside anyway. The house is locked. Well, how do I unlock it? You don't, and I wouldn't tell you if I knew anyway. You'll come back here with them beakheads, drag Siskin and Lotman to the mortuary, and kick me out of here, right? So how am I going to collect them into nuts then? Nah, man, you're barking up the wrong tree if you think you can trick me like that. Well, I'll find a way in without your help then. Just don't you worry, Kay. 'Twill be over soon. Why is it so hot here? I should have kept my nuts. So what? We go back to work with that stinking plague defeated and all? Means I have to return to the factory, is that it? Isn't your factory across the river in the very center of the outbreak? You're right, so how do I get back to work then? Here's how. Go to the nearest soldier and explain you're a volunteer willing to fix barricades. Got it? Then off you are. Well, calamity is over, ain't it? Hence my questions and all. If only it were so simple. Okay. Gonna go to the cathedral next. When a person lives in one place for a long time, they imbue it with their soul. Even after they die, the particles remain, filling the place. It's good you lock down the houses of the deceased and forbid anyone from moving in there. As if there were tenants to move in. The tenant of the Stillwater died some time ago and was never infected, yet her mansion remains untouched. Thank you. When I walk by, I sometimes hear her voice. That means that everything is alright. Never been better. Behind the locked doors of one house in the Dust District, one can hear footsteps. people were evicted from 3 houses. I don't know, Doctor. The owners are told to have gone back across the river. I want to take a look personally. Where are these houses? They're guarded, I should hope. I don't know. Rumor has it there are soldiers standing watch by them. Even if there's no food left inside, perhaps we can at least relocate some refugees there. I mean, really, Doctor, my own house is so packed there's no room to swing a cat, and you've forbidden them to go outside, too. I've forbidden everyone to go outside, yourself included, but my words seem to fall on deaf ears. What you looking at? Move along. Our business here, not yours. Wrong. As long as I'm the only doctor in this town, everything's my business. You ordered to lock the shop yesterday, didn't you? Well, lo and behold, 'tis locked. And why did you come? An exception, are ya? Locked for everyone but you big city fucker? It hasn't been easy on you, I know. Please stay patient some more. You're playing with fire, big shots. If the shop ain't open in an hour, we'll tear it down. If you do, it will be your loss first and foremost. The people are starving, the children are starving. What was distributed the day before yesterday, gone now. You closed everything due to the threat of infection. The threat is no more, so open the shop back or we will simply dismantle it. Our patience is running thin. Who told you the threat is no more? Don't know, but I know that the judge, Georgie Kane himself, lifted the quarantine. Unlock the isolation ward, dismiss the orderlies, so let him open the shop. If he doesn't, we'll break it open. 3 huge bags of millet in there, and flour too. The people know everything. No need to badmouth him. It's not the judge who is in charge of supplies, but rather his assistants. I'll talk to them. Okay. Why didn't you take in the boy? He'll become an urchin now. Don't you realize what he'll turn into? What he'll be doing in a week's time? What boy? You examined the late Blacker, but you didn't bother with the fate of his stepson. I'll be thrilled if he's still alive to engage in petty thievery in a week's time. He's probably smashing someone's window right now. Who will reimburse that damage? You? Please address your concerns about broken windows to the headquarters at the Crucible or the judge personally. As for your stunning lack of consideration, do find a confessor. Lol. Staff Sergeant Plover, contrary to the instructions of a representative of the local authorities, Judge Georgie Kane, I kept my squad on security duty. Your order, sir. Tell me more. What happened? Well, there were 40 or so potentially infected people inside. Then yesterday they told us the outbreak had been curbed. No additional protective measures necessary. The locals even went as far as to try to break the people out of the cathedral, else they would languish in vain. The judge canceled the quarantine. Now everyone's gone. Why are you still here then? Gone to his place. There up the stairs, go towards that beak-headed buffoon of yours. You won't miss him. He's not a buffoon. It's a protective outfit. Anyway, why haven't you left? A couple of them stayed inside, the rest have scattered, but these ones must be mites, plague bearers, either dead on their feet or responsible enough not to flee. We haven't checked. You don't need to, I'll do it. Okay, I don't... I need to talk to them, yeah. Each time I catch a glimpse of that giant clock up there, I am reminded of the fact that the cathedral is not a temple, but rather a machine. What kind of machine? This is a time machine. Time works differently on the inside and on the outside. It's frozen now. I think something's broken. A time machine? Are you saying it can transport me to the past or to the future, like in that Englishman's book, what's his name? It's not like that. The Canes have designed it to produce time, to alter it, stretch, and compress it. But like all the Canes' attempts at challenging nature, it is unfinished, imperfect, and faltering. How do you know? The person who had been brought here on your orders spent several days in the stone prison, yet to them it looks as though everything happened today. Time is holding its breath here, the day lingers. I've spent quite enough time in this cathedral, sir, so I know how to spot such things. Care to give me more details? Look up, bachelor. Can you see the clock? Its hands are frozen. Outside they won't live to see the evening, but in here nothing will threaten their lives until time starts running again. If you can call this pathetic feverish crawling inside a heartless stone belly life, that is. Alright, less small talk and more examining the seekers of the life eternal. What are they called anyway? Adam and Eve? Marat and Dora. That'll do too. I know I'm sick, so I'm going to surrender myself to the soldiers. Let them execute me. It's as simple as leaving the cathedral, you know. Extend your arm, please. I'd like to check the pulse. And look me in the eye. The symptoms do remind you of the sand plague. Fever, dilated pupils, slurred speech patterns. He will not live to see this evening. But a person sick with sand plague at this stage would also have yellowish skin coloration. It's hard to say for sure. I'm sorry, but I can't just let you die. If you're infected, I need to keep you here as proof that I'm right about the new outbreak. I'm locking you in. Don't listen to him. He's raving. Thinks he's got sand pest, but I know perfectly well it's mere consumption. I'd rather examine you, your arm if you please, and look at the light. He's unnaturally pale and drowning in sweat, but you see no other signs of the sand plague. The vacant look and generally unfocused appearance betray a commotion of the nerves that surpasses general anxiety. I see no obvious signs of infection, but to have it your way, I'd rather you stay here. That would be for the better. Okay, I cannot diagnose the couple in the cathedral. Pancret Lickbor, bachelor, can't be damned to remember my number. We got two sorts of trouble here, and I don't know which is worse. Firstly, the Steep people abandoned their camp behind the cathedral yesterday. The ones who stayed are preparing a funeral of some sorts. Secondly, the judge has kindly gone off his rocker, cancels your quarantine measures, and I think he harbors an infected person too. A funeral? Who are they planning to bury? One of their lot, I suppose. Been all over the stone yard looking for you. The soldiers reminded them of their place. I see. I'll pay them a visit. It's been 3 days and we've not seen a single sick person here in the stone yard. To think that the plague was spreading like wildfire before, yet somehow you managed to stop it. Incredible. Don't give all the credit to me. A lot of people worked their fingers to the bone helping out. Okay. There's nobody here. Okay, I'm just gonna move on from that then. Okay, so we're gonna go to the Stillwater. Oh, this house is guarded apparently. Finally, you're here, Doctor. I just shoot a bunch of children away. They tried to sneak in. I seized lockpicks from them, too. Didn't find the heart to shoot, sir. Forgive me. They're just children, after all. Lockpicks. Well, sir, kids often ferret about empty flats, and the owners of this house were evicted. Here, sir, the 2 lockpicks I confiscated. But they still got more. They'll never back off. I know what I'm talking about, sir. I was just like that myself. Why were the residents of this house evicted? For some reason, people from the Crucible came by, told them to vacate the premises. I don't know, sir. I was only assigned to this duty this morning. Am I dismissed, sir? No, you're not. Wait, he didn't hand me the lockpicks, damn it. Whatever. Please allow me to shake your hand. To what do I owe the pleasure? I was mistaken about you. You are the only brave person in this town. I'm flattered. A man-eater should never pretend to be a mouse. He should wield his blood-stained cleaver proudly. Issuing the order regarding the suspects in the cathedral was a straightforward and candid action. Hopefully you witnessed the display in person? I gave no such order. Stop trying to wriggle your way out. There's nothing more nauseating than a person attempting to cast away their vocation. A natural-born hangman makes for a lousy rope weaver. Just work with the material fate gives you. Go to hell. Can you hear them? What? The voices. That must be in the mansion. No, nothing. Must have been the leaves. Why did you come here? Your camp is in the steep behind the cathedral. It's too sorrowful there. One of us is getting married. No time for joy. Isn't marriage a happy occasion? Not according to our traditions. It'd be curious to see your funeral then. Okay. I am gonna go this way. Old man, hey, sir, lend me an ear, will you? You're like the head guy here, right? And who are you, lad? I'm Kookaroo. I'm local, Con Kane's best friend. You ask around, everyone knows me. And what might you want, Kookaroo, Con Kane's best friend? Look, old man, you're like... Listen, that drugstore, they have medicine there like powders. I mean, it's not like everything got stolen, right? Something has to remain. But that twat of a soldier is a vigilant jerk, and I need powders. What for? If you're sick, you're not taking powders. You're coming with me. I'm sending him across the river to my auntie. Your auntie, huh? You tell the soldier he'll let you in. 'Tis not in his interest to get on your bad side, and then you can, like, throw all that you find to me from the window. There's a broken window upstairs. We'll split the profit. I'll wait for you down here. You drop these silly ideas right now and shoo. The last thing I want to see is get yourself killed. Good day, sir. They say your beakheads raided a den in the atrium last night. Found a huge bunch of them wicks, did they? Wicks. Them infected gits got themselves a pretty little nickname, they did. The ones that are burning and hiding away from the quarantine are wicks. Those who covered themselves in rags, the responsible ones, are mites, as in dynamite. So did the beakheads really snatch themselves a bunch of wicks? I don't know, never heard anything about a raid. And look at us here, guarding the drugstore, our bunch. The order's that not a thing to be taken away from the drugstore. Terrible danger. Who gave the order? I was told yesterday that General Block passed away. Indeed he has. The man's been bulletproof for so many years, but the plague finally got to him, bless his soul. Captain Longan is in charge now. He gave the order too. Why? They brought your samples here, I believe. The plague vials? Alright, I'll check. I'm just doing my duty, sir. If this is an inspection, I can let you in. I will have to search you after, though. Sorry about that in advance. Safety measures and all. Nothing is to be taken from the store. Not a single item. I mean, personally, I respect you, but the orders were clear. No one wants to have their head court-martialed. I need medicine, not the plague test tubes. Why can't I loot the register? Sorry, doctor, but I'm going to have to search you. Nothing to be carried out of the store. I warned you, so no hard feelings. Can we strike a bargain, perhaps? No, hands up, please. I can see that General Ashes has nurtured an unwavering spirit in you lot. Okay. Wanna go to the steep area next. Have you ever considered going to a fortune teller to learn your fate, maybe even see tomorrow? No, never. Remember Macbeth? A mime performance is being staged in front of the cathedral, a tragic one. The actors are, not unexpectedly, quite silent, but if you manage to get one to talk... Tragic, huh? Indeed, it must be hard to watch the local attempts at drama without weeping. Don't worry, you'll like it. I hope they return the money if the audience hasn't experienced catharsis. I've gambled my soul away, so who has it now? They left their stupid theater behind across the river and now idle away at the square in front of the bloody cathedral. I wonder how they got there in the first place. But they won't accept your bet, to each their own as the saying goes. True, to each their own. You are the doctor. We've been expecting you. My good people, who exactly are you planning to bury? I'd like to examine them first. No, first you will listen. My husband doesn't want you to treat him. He refuses to live. We need him to live until the evening. You will help. Until the evening, and then let him die, right? Yes. I see. Clearly the stories of the steep people are not being susceptible to the sand plague turned out to be false. Look, brethren, a snake man comes. Let us call him Moga. I'm quite content with my given name, thank you. No place for you here. A wedding, not for you to watch. A local custom, huh? We're not allowed to talk today. There's a celebration. Well, congratulations, I guess. Oh, here he is. This creature is breathing heavily. A deep and dirty wound is gaping across its belly. No one's bothered to dress it. To operate on him, one would require clean bandages and painkillers, and you'll have to move fast. Try and operate without the items required, using makeshift bandages and hoping for the best. One of the steep people offers you a crooked needle and something like a tourniquet, but they're barely sufficient. There is an internal bleeding. The creature dies. I'm sorry. Well, fuck. Well, no one will be saved now. Doctors don't always end up being winners in their duels with death. Mother Bodo gives us no respite. The earth is calling, such is our fate then. From the soil we came, into the soil we return. As for you, go. We need to prepare ourselves. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do like a good playthrough where, you know, I don't feed True. And, you know, I don't break like the law or anything, but the bandages and stuff from the drugstore would have been what saved him. Also, I'm a doctor. Why am I not carrying bandages? Here comes Bachelor Dankovsky, the man who failed to defeat death. How do you know? We know all about you. We know what you did yesterday and what you are going to do tomorrow. And what am I going to do tomorrow? There won't be a tomorrow. Today is your last day, Excellency. Please make good use of it. The doleful humor is what I love your troop for. I've heard this one a ton of times and yet it never gets old. Everything will be decided this evening, Excellency. A terrible appointment is in store for you, and you will not emerge from it victorious. Indeed, we do know the key to victory, but alas, it will be of no use to Bachelor Dankovsky. Why is that? Only a man with an open heart can overcome such an adversary. So if I had a softer heart, you'd teach me how to win this duel? Maybe, possibly, but it's useless to explain to a heartless man. Take heart, Excellency. If you ever find it, that is, and then come back to us, even though it all sounds like a rather implausible turn of events. An outbreak doesn't seem like a good time to become soft-hearted, but I'll keep your words in mind. Save your spare change. We don't need money. What do you need, then? Would you really like to help? We're lacking a number of crucial performers, but alas, you are already starring in a different play, Excellency. Although in all honesty, you're far from brilliant. The play I'm performing in is starting to wear old. Any play, performance, or game is a cage because it's played by the rules written by someone else. How can a heartless man escape such a cage? That is the question, and we are yet to find the answer. Who knows? Perhaps you'll be of help in this matter. You've given me a curious idea, Mime. Let's go to thoughts. The sea creature hasn't survived. In any case, it was on plague. The tragedians believe that I have no heart. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There are soldiers guarding the drugstore, the one by the bridge, I mean. Won't let anyone in, means I'll open it soon, right? That's what you think. You probably even believe the soldiers still follow your orders. Like they give you a single pill. Go check for yourself if you don't believe me. The soldiers follow Captain Longin's orders, or General Block's if by some miracle he got better, which I doubt. Sand plague is incurable. Oh, here we go. Doctor, would you mind settling an argument of ours? You are, after all, an outsider in this town with a clear head and a fresh outlook. We've been arguing over the reasons for the sand plate outbreak. You would, of course, agree that it happened in the particular town for a reason, wouldn't you? Indeed, I don't believe in random chance. As a matter of fact, this town is nothing but a machine, produced to challenge the limits of human potential and our ideas of how people connect to each other. Our very relationship with nature, for more than a century, the three families ruling us have been running such experiments on the local population. You found yourself in a utopia. Death is a limit unjustly imposed upon men. Humanity has long outgrown it. Oh my god. Death is a limit unjustly imposed upon men. Humanity has long outgrown it. So what exactly were you arguing about? As for the relationship with nature, we are rebelling against it. No wonder it pushes back. The sea people live as though they're in a primeval time reverse. Like stone axes have yet to be invented. Worshipping bulls, talking to herbs, they don't even have a real language. It's all bull bull this and gur gur that. And yet for some reason we allow them here. And what's wrong with that? There are many people on Earth untouched by civilization. What about the sacrifices? I'll have you know they still make those. It's simply wrong to entangle different ages within the same space is all. Their age is different. Our time is broken. It's crippled, Bachelor. They've come from the past, so release them. Let them return to the Earth they hold so dear. Let them leave. Is someone holding them here? Someone is. Our rulers. They have embedded the Steep people into this town, carved them into its warm flesh. This isn't a town, and it's an honest-to-God minotaur, a chimera. And chimeras have remarkably short lifespans and bad health. Can you breed a snake and a crane? You can, yes, but the progeny won't live long. You have no idea how far interbreeding can go. I know a thing or two about living organisms, so take my word for it. This is an impossible town, Bachelor. You can't just have your cake and eat it. Can't mix oil and water. Can't connect similarly charged magnet poles, or rather you can, but only by force. And as soon as that force falters, it's all going to be shredded to pieces. We are abusing nature. If not for the rebellion against nature, we still wouldn't be able to use fire. As for me, Doctor, I'd say it's simple. Men must not be remodeled or altered, even if they request it themselves. Pitied, yes, but not altered. What's wrong with men, anyway? We have so little time on this earth that it's barely possible to scratch the surface of what we are, let alone explore humanity fully. Man is infinite. Exactly, we have too little time, which is exactly why we should fight death. I don't know, I only feel this time is I only feel that this is the root of the problem. It wasn't we who designed the world like this. I believe in men, Doctor. In superhumans, I do not. This earthly life wouldn't fit them. Immortals have no place in the world of the living. This is just how it works. Take from it what you will. Well, it's not an absurd a line of thinking as it seems at first glance. I think it's all because of the polyhedron, that gravity-defying tower the children play in. An impressive attempt to defy the law of gravity. History already knows an example of people trying to erect an impossible tower. It ended in tragedy. However, your edifice looks complete. Do you believe in God, Bachelor? No, I don't. There's only one thing I'm certain of. If this was an ordinary common as Blackberry's town, there'd be no outbreak. Or it'd have been something equally common and ordinary like cholera or pox. You may well be right. Scientifically, this is called the butterfly effect. We're at your service, Bachelor. We need to set up a spare hospital in any ordinary house, arrange for beds and other necessary equipment to be delivered there. You know the drill. Really, Doctor? You must be overworked. What for? The stone yard is clear, we should know. And in any case, it's not possible. All residential houses are overcrowded with healthy refugees from across the river. God damn you. How about the place that I'm staying at then? It's otherwise vacant. Your word is our command. Good. As for you, stay here and stay alert. Okay. I don't know what to do now. Kindest sir, fairy godfather, can I call you godfather now? What are you talking about, old man? I'm young enough to be your son. But it makes sense. You took us in, sheltered us, ordered to bring the sick to your own house, to close the eyes of the dying with your own hand, to give them final solace with your own prayer? I truly hope I won't have to close anyone's eyes, and that my own hand will offer the patients broth and oats. Thank you, thank you. They say that you don't have a heart, but I always knew that you do. An exquisite compliment indeed. Of course, now I find a bandage. The air is changing. Hear it? The smell is changing. Touch it. Something bad is brewing right here. Do you feel something odd? What is it? Look closely. Listen closely. Where are the flies flying? Where are the rats rattling? Where is new life germinating? Soon it begins. I hate fearmongers, you know. This was the house that I couldn't go everywhere in. I found some peanuts. This building is off limits, Doctor. I was ordered not to let anyone in. What was the precise wording of the order? No one is allowed inside. If someone somehow sneaks in, they are to stay in. If anyone does not comply, we are allowed to open fire. Whose brilliant idea was that? The order follows your own instructions, sir. That's what Captain Longan said. Doctor's orders, no exceptions, full isolation. Some hothead sneaked in through the back door this morning and won't ever return. Whatever he may have stolen, he took to the grave. There is a back door then, huh? I'm in the captain's bad books already, Doctor. One more slip-up and he'll do me in. Won't even waste time on a court-martial. The orders are strict and precise. If you want to try climbing up in the window, go ahead. I'll look the other way. But don't ask me to break the chain of command directly. I won't. Sure, I don't want you to get in trouble. I'll try the other door. Inspecting the site, Doctor, there's no one here. One civilian got in, and in he stayed. He shouted and shouted, and then he didn't. What's in there? Must be something scary inside. Perhaps the tenants found it. Don't know, hence me asking, are you here to inspect the place? Indeed, I'm afraid I found the thing I was looking for. Oh my god, damn it. You need to look it in the eye, face to face. What? To dance with death, you need to face it. Death is a beast of prey. Never turn your back on it. We're locked in and I don't think they'll let us out. What shall we do? Listen, if you can hear it, that means it's close. That means you must muster up your courage and look it in the eye. Then it will freeze, for a while, and you'll get a chance to move forward. Does this house have a second exit? You need to find yourself, then it'll leave you be. Don't test my patience. I'm asking you again. Is there a way out of here? You don't understand. I was speaking literally. No metaphors. Face death. Don't turn your back to it. Find yourself. Waste no time. Okay. That's supposed to be like clawing? Can't tell if my immunity is going up or down. I don't like this. I don't understand what's happening. I did find a lockpick though. Everything's like relootable. So many nuts now. Okay, well, I have a lockpick now, so I'm gonna keep the nuts just in case I need more lockpicks, but I don't plan on giving money or giving them to Shrew. A masquerade ball will be held in the main square this evening. People want to celebrate our victory over the sand pest. You don't mind? How about burying your dead first? People want to celebrate my ass. Oh, you managed to prevail over the sand plague. If not for you, we'd all be 6 feet under. Doesn't this mean the worst is over? The infection won't come back? You are safe as long as you follow my instructions. For one, I ordered everyone to stay in and refrain from aimless wandering. Okay, figure out how to get into the building. I'm sad now. Okay, I'm gonna give her some. I'm fine, thank you. Here. I traded nuts to Shrew. These apparently link together.
Every joke
You
is one
really,
joke away from
honestly
being
want to
gone.
die? Are you bored of us? No, I don't intend to die anytime soon. I see. Tell me, doctor, do you know where you are? Right now, I mean? Yes, I'm at a loss. Should I simply stop giving you attention, or should I'm in the unluckiest town on Earth. You are in your room right now, laying in bed feverish. Sleepyhead and Shrew are there too. We give you water and put wet towels on your forehead, just like you told us to. It's a good idea that you can at least hear now. Answer, even. Curious, so are you telling me you didn't wake me up in the morning? I did, but it was yesterday. What time is it now? Not the right one for silly banter. Excuse me, I have urgent business to attend to. It's almost midnight. You're dying. I didn't want you to die, even if you're bedridden and raving. Living is still better than dying, and you know so much interesting stuff too. Then keep giving me water and doing the wet towel thing, and thank you for taking good care of me.
Don't spit in
You must feel
children.
terrible, right? That's
For your
fine.
own
I
sake.
forgive you. You just got
If
confused.
nothing
Adults
else.
always do. Oh yes, adults are always occupied with the most asinine nonsense, like feeling anxious about a bunch of urchins keep roaming the streets, putting themselves in mortal danger. Yes, doctor, I know you're worried about the sand pests, but we're safe. No, really, we are, so calm down, it's alright. Go home, all three of you. Don't you need lockpicks anymore? Good, I agree that you don't. I need to make sure you are all safe. Oh right, slipped my mind completely. Wait some more then.
Discrepancies in the world.
See. According to Shrew, I'm delirious, hallucinating yesterday's events, and not for the first time. My young friend pleased doctor, not wanting me to abandon the game. The source or the carrier does not matter. What matters is discovering how to defeat the disease. How can it be done? I feel like this house is very important. You must be thinking that you can't leave this place now, but don't let it get to you. Oh, you're dead wrong. I will leave this place and I will summon the orderlies. No, it won't solve anything. The solution is not where you think it is. The answer is not what you think it is. I'm almost curious now, so tell me, what is the answer then? You think that if we stay confined in this eggshell, the town will survive. Perhaps it will, now that you'll have a chance to see it. But if you stay here with us, you will find only pointless demise, eternal wait, for now we know that we are immortal. Are you trying to convince me that the infected become immortal? Nice try. Indeed, death may feel horrible, but it's not the end. Fear nothing and be on your way, kind doctor. What makes you think I'm scared? I'm satisfied. I finally found what I've been looking for. And then there were 3. Stay with us, doctor. There's nothing to be afraid of, you'll see. Not to you, to me, I worked so bloody hard to save the last patch of infection-free land in this damn town. Do you even realize what you've done? Why did you have to hide? We're not going anywhere. We don't need to. It's almost over. We're almost well. You're lying. This is the sand pest. It's incurable. Everything's gone now. There's no fever, no pain, no fear, only elation. Look at my sister. Look how much better she feels now. She can almost keep her head up, can almost stand. Exactly. These are fatal symptoms. I found the infected people. I don't know why I even bother. I've already figured out it wasn't the steep people who brought the plague into the stone yard. I cannot diagnose the couple in the cathedral, but I do know they weren't the main carriers. Okay.
Day is over. Nothing is the same anymore.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. No more lockpicks. Okay. Do we go back to my dude's house? Oh, hello. Mikhail Goba, orderly number 2, awaiting your command, doctor. Firstly, I need a team of orderlies here. Why did you come? If I may, the infection has infiltrated the stone yard. The outbreak is gaining momentum. You have been briefed. You know what to do. Why are you hanging around here? Now we need to preserve to stand up to the plague. Perhaps someone will survive. Yes, even if there is even if in the end there is but a single living person left, we still need to fight tooth and claw for every life. At least that's how the theory goes. The reality is much ungainlier, though. But you are still alive. I think I'm beginning to understand. I believe I have a crucial appointment this evening. I just need to survive until I can attend it. Nothing is over yet. This is just the beginning. This is what I've been told to relay to you. Told by whom? We deal in death, Bachelor. We have our own sources, some of them on the other side. I'll make sure to thank them, whoever they are, as soon as I get there. Okay, let's see. The town is doomed. My search was pointless. I found the infected people, but what does it matter? The stone yard is doomed. Was searching for the carrier even my true mission here? So, I need to survive until evening? Where was the one shop? The freaking pharmacy. I think it was this building. It was not this building. Ow. Maybe that one. Have you seen them? Rats everywhere. Thousands of rats. What does it mean? It can't be here already, can it? I have to think that I almost believe that we may have indeed one. Idiot. I'm standing my watch, Doctor, as per your instructions. My job is to educate the local populace on the required precaution measures in times of an outbreak. And my job is making sure you remember them well. I'm all ears. Immunity is key. This is our main defense, our tough armor. As long as it's high, there is a chance to escape unscathed. But infection gnaws at it. When it becomes low, it's time to take immunity boosters. A pills. Only they're unavailable. There were some at the drugstore and in personal stocks too, if you manage to get to one. All in all, they're obtainable. It's hard but doable. Alright, go on. The air itself is dangerous, or to be more precise, the black particles it's filled with are. They are what wears out the immunity. However, if you're already infected, it stops being a hazard. When you're infected, you need to keep an eye on other things, such as the things that exacerbate your condition, obviously, being touched by infected people, the mobile clots of airborne infections, the so-called plague breaths. The more infected you are, the faster you're dying. Indeed, one must keep a close eye on their infection level. The lower, the better. Please try to hammer this thought into everyone's heads. The level of infection is decreased by antibiotics, but they're also harmful for your health. We forbid the populace from taking too much of them. That can lead to a fatal outcome. In any case, if the infection has already found its way into your body, antibiotics cannot erase it completely. Correction, there are problematic rumors circulating about some sort of magical cures that can actually rid a person from the sandpest completely. I hope you root this heresy out. As a matter of fact, if you insist, sir, we will quell these rumors. But they say it works, Doctor. Using steep traditional practices, Barak has created a panacea, and children's powders work too. There have been cases of people getting miraculously cured. Everyone's chasing them for a reason. Children's powders. Are children considered luminaries of medicine now? If anyone here needs to be firmly grounded, well, I find this chase disruptive. This data is untested and unverified. It's no good to give people false hope. Go on. What else? Immunity aside, thick clothing also protects from infection, which is why we wear these outfits that even cover faces. I think that's all. No, that's not all. You forget to mention that a person who wants to actually do something needs to stock on painkillers. Morphine reduces pain, giving the illusion of health restoration, even though it's temporary. Oh, and one more thing, sir. The anti-epidemic committee at the Crucible keeps on working, as far as I know. But we're receiving weird contradictory orders from them. Should we follow them? What kind of orders? To breed cats, to take beds and bunks outside, to put small bells atop graves, to bury the dead in the most notable and visible places. Not an hour goes by without them issuing a new guideline. Have they gone insane? I'll check it out. The fires turned out to be handy, Doctor, sir. Your expectations came true. Truly, you have a brilliant mind. I've been asked to remind you of the appointment you have for today's evening. By God's mercy, perhaps it'll all go smoothly. You've been asked by whom? How do you know my appointments? I'm just standing my watch. Come, little birds, and gather around the marble nest. Damn you to hell. What will become of us? Don't give up. Live as long as you can. Apathy and fear are the deadliest killers. Wait, is this the drugstore? No, it looks like a grocery store. My immunity's tanking and there's nothing I can do about all these fucks. We would kindly suggest that any unauthorized attendants move along, please. Sorry, but our workload is tremendous. Who are you? We're here to replace the deceased, keep tabs on the deceased, find accommodations for the deceased, take complaints from the deceased. If you'd like to file a complaint, please wait in line your turn. Thank heavens I'm still alive and I have no intention of dying. Every order and instruction of yours has been carried out with precision. We accept no complaints in regards to ourselves or our predecessors. Not from you. If you feel dissatisfied with anything, you have no one to blame but yourself. The beds you provided for the makeshift hospital are creaky. This will not do. Indeed. What's this? I believe it's wood. Not like anyone can tell now. What were you burning? I mean, it's best not to look, I guess. Wood, logs, per your orders. I ordered you to burn signal fires at suspicious locations. What happened here? Yes, fires, per your orders. You ordered for the fires to burn, didn't you? Here you go. Oh, I'll get to the bottom of this. There's a body in there. Nothing to see here, Doctor. It's all over. A shame you weren't here earlier, but there's nothing to be done now. Damn. Jesus Christ.
The night has come.
It's time for me to return home. I should contemplate today's events. You not? Did you come to pay respects? Pay respects to whom? You aren't a local, are you? No, I'm not. Daniel Dinkowski, a doctor from the capital, passed away in this house an hour ago. Would you like to come in and pay respects? Please, rituals are very important for the local crowd. The local crowd needs to check their facts better. I am Daniel Dinkowski. Hi. So Bachelor Jankowski, the founder of Denatisha, a lab where you've been fruitlessly trying to solve the problem of human mortality for too many years. The tragic sand plague fighter, are you ready to die? Go on, I like how you're listing my achievements. More, please. Enough. You've had enough time to put yourself and your actions in perspective. Your thoughts keep coming back to your very last day time and again, as if you were trying to fix something, but in reality you are lying here delirious, clinging to the naive hope that this terrible house is a product of your imagination, a prophetic nightmare. Are you trying to tell me that when the boy woke me up, you once again refused to die and plunged into a new loop of your deathbed derangement? Everything but this house is a product of your imagination, but now you are finally coming to. There's only one step left to make to leave the illusion behind and embrace reality. I'm afraid I'll have to be insistent. So I repeat, are you ready to die? No, I refuse to. This is all a trick. So you refuse to die. Are you sure that you thought this through? Oh, don't get me wrong. Yes, I refuse to die. So you want to repeat the circle once again? Well, the choice was yours to make. I merely don't want to die. Now close your eyes. When you open them, a boy called Sticky will wake you up, and the stone yard will once again be free of infection. Perhaps this time you'll manage to prepare yourself for the inevitable. See you soon. Anew the day begins. This is also a way of conquering death, to return once again to the time petrified, and again and again. It's a cycle, a pause, things will change, and the day starts anew.
To tame his insolence, Earth disgorged a monster from deep within her bowels.
So apparently that's just the end. So that is basically one of the endings that you can get. There's apparently 4 endings. One of the endings is that you just repeat the game, the day over and over again until you essentially just give up playing. So I'm going to go ahead and just open it back up and get like an actual ending where the game ends. So I'm just going to go ahead and like accept death. So Bachelor Dankovsky, the founder of Thanatesia, a lab where you've been fruitlessly trying to solve the problem of human mortality for too many years. The tragic sand plague fighter, are you ready to die? Bachelor Dankovsky is ready to die. Oh, you're a clever one. You definitely seem to have understood something. Was this why you sent me away to explore the town? I sent you nowhere. I came here to claim you, but I don't want to do it unless you accept me. You hate death so much that you can prolong the agony for many days, surviving purely on your own hatred. Aren't you tired of this yourself? If we're having this very personal conversation at all, please be so kind as to tell me, how many days exactly are we talking here? Enough. You've had enough time to put yourself and your actions in perspective. Your thoughts keep coming back to your very last day time and again, as if you were trying to fix something, but in reality you are lying here delirious, clinging to the naive hope that this terrible house is a product of your imagination, a prophetic nightmare. So the kids were right. Yes, the kids grew very fond of you. They keep vigil over your body, even fighting over the privilege of fetching water for you. The girl is the only one smart enough to realize that it's time your torture ended, but adults always underestimate children. Think they are more intelligent, and you are no exception. Keep vigil over my body? What do you mean? You once again refused to die and plunged into a new loop of your deathbed derangement. Everything but this house is a product of your imagination, but now you are finally coming to. There's only one step left to leave the illusion behind and embrace reality. I'm afraid I'll have to be insistent, so I repeat, are you ready to die? Give me a moment, I need to collect my thoughts. Do that. Thinking is never inappropriate. The judge believes that the epidemic is a sort of an exam, testing one's ability to become superhuman. Not superhuman, just human, if I may kindly correct you. If only you understood the immeasurable vastness of humanity, you would never want to become something else. Are you ready to die, Bachelor Dankovsky? I'm not Bachelor Dankovsky. You may take him. He was starting to wear on my nerves anyway. You chose freedom. Congratulations. Give me your hand. Now the interesting part begins. It turned out to be true. The transition is real, and the timeline continues, so does the entity I call myself. More emotion, less words. They are all obsolete. It's all different now. So there's apparently 2 other endings, which I'm not going to spoil or anything, but this is not the one that I wanted. It's the one I got though.